Hey all, well I'm back. I've got a bit of a testbed situation here for the GARRETT ATX review. What I've got here is medium soft soil, and I've dug 3 holes here. I've got one at around about 3 inches to 4 inches, and then I've got another one here at 6 to 7 inches, and then I've got another hole here at about 10 inches deep. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run over some Australian pre-decimal coins, and we'll see how the ATX fares against it. I'm only going to put one coin in a hole at a time, and then I'll come back and I'll go back over it with other coins. But for the moment, I'll show you what coins we're going to be using. I'm really interested in the signal strength and the signal meter on the headstock of the ATX. I'm not sure exactly what I'm reading at the moment as I coin hunt, so I'm just going to have a quick look at signal strength and see what we get back. I mean, I am expecting it to overload on the florins and the pennies and anything that's large with a high conductivity, but as I've been told, it's just signal strength, so it's possible that it's only really more to give you a depth identification. You know, if it's a very soft signal, 2-3, 2-3-4, 2-3, something like that, it may be a very deep target. So we're just going to test that out and see exactly what's going on. I'll show you what I have here. I've just brought along an old penny, an old British penny, 1882, which is a bunhead Victoria. I've also got here just a cleaned up 1941 florin from home. I've got a 1953 sixpence here, which I'll test that as well, obviously being a lower silver rating. We have just your early Commonwealth sixpence. And we also have a threepence, which is a 925 sterling, another 41. So, I mean, obviously these 3 here are 925 sterling silver, and this one here, I'm not sure on those. I think they may be less than 50% silver. I'm not sure, that I could be wrong. Please comment otherwise. And a large penny here, which would be about the same conductivity as a standard brew penny. So, yeah. Okay, ready for the depth test on these pre-decimal coins. I've got the Garrett fired up. I'll just do a quick ground balance on it. Holding the shift button down, have the red light on. Hold down the ground balance button. We just bounce it as we do with an AT Pro till the threshold silences. Alright, I'm pretty happy with that. I am getting a little bit of interference around here from somewhere, but haven't been able to get rid of that even with a frequency scan, so we'll just get going with it. Just a simple air test. Here's the we've got the penny in the bottom of the hole at the moment, so I'll just do a quick air test over it. Alright, that's obviously a very clear signal. It does max out. It seems to be fairly smooth and clean. We'll just cover that over and see if that changes anything. Stomp that down in. We'll do another quick ground balance. I have nothing else in the other holes, so we're only doing this coin once at a time. We'll do another ground balance just to confirm. Okay. Okay, it's a little bit crackly, but I'd say that's just because of the interference I'm getting on the threshold. I'll try dropping the threshold back a little bit. I mean, you can hunt with this thing silent on threshold if you want. Run it all the way down on 0 or 1, and you won't hear the threshold at all. So you'll only hear the target. Okay, I think that's actually causing a little bit of instability, that interference, but we'll keep going. I'll just pull that back out of the hole. Find my old penny, which she's now buried in a bit of dirt. Okay, so that's that one done. We'll come over here. This is about 6 to 8 inches deep. I'd say about 6.5 inches deep, maybe a little bit less. we'll just throw the plug back over it. I won't bother doing air tests on these other holes. Obviously it's going to hit it, we think, so I'll just make sure we've got this nice and stomped down. And obviously again we'll do another ground balance, hit the shift button, hold down, 2 beeps, bounce the coil as you would an AT Pro or an AT Gold until it gets clean. Okay. Well, that's a definite hit there. What I'm going to do is just crank up the sensitivity from the factory setting of 10. We'll go right up to 13, max it out, we'll give it another balance. Okay. That's a very clean sound. Obviously the coin's flat, so that's the ideal situation. But that seems to be picking it up, no drama at all. What I would like to do is just change over to non-motion mode at the moment. And as you can see by the headstock here, press the red button. That's non-motion mode. That's motion mode. So I just want to change it to non-motion mode. We'll give it one more check. And we're good to go. Alright, gives a very different tone. I wouldn't say it's louder, but it's just a single tone. There's no low high or high low or low high low. So I'll go back to motion mode so you can hear that. But that's hitting that easily, so we'll go on to the next target. Now the next target depth is at least 10 inches, possibly a little bit deeper. And I've got a good feeling that it will hit this, but it's going to be quite faint, I believe, so we'll see how we go with that as soon as I find my coin. There you are. Alright, so we'll put this down into this 10-inch hole, which is you know, just over my forearm. What I'm going to do though, I'm going to put it on a little bit of an angle. As everybody knows, when a coin sinks it has a tendency to dip and roll. So what we'll do is we'll set it up in more of a genuine position. It's on a little bit of an angle, say 15-20 degrees. I'm just going to cover that back over, push all the soil back in, roll this plug back over, give it a little stomp down. And I'm going to go into another ground balance here. Still going to leave it on sensitivity 13 because I think it's going to need it. Okay. So that's hitting it quite comfortably at 10 inches. What I will do is I'll drop it back to the factory 10. This is the factory setting, 10 on the sensitivity. Do another quick ground balance. And we're good to go. Now that's quite quiet. What I'll do is I'll just show you the volume. That's maximum volume. I mean, it's undeniable. There's a coin there. or a target of some sort. But in long grass or in heavy foliage, I definitely want to be wearing headphones, because if you're working quite fast, the target response is very quiet, and it's not until you slow right down that you really get a clean signal. But that's definitely not missing that target at all. And I can tell you right now, the 5-inch hotspot in the center of this coil on the double D is the only thing picking that up. My coin is right here. The outer ring of that double D is actually over it. And I know a double D cuts, so I will check that front edge blade. Definitely not picking it up on that front straight blade. It's not until I get to the center ring that I'm clearly getting the target. But look, it's a PI, so if you're not digging everything, you're missing. So, at the end of the day, that's target 1, absolutely clean. The penny will be picked up easily at 10 inches, no drama at all. I will dig something a little bit deeper later, but I'll probably use something like a florin. Alright, I'll be back with a